You're the one that I've been waiting for forever. Certain songs be like in my head. Oh my god, and I still didn't do it right. Ain't that some shit? Air Radio is that chick fire. Make sure y'all check out that website, air.radio.net. Go smack somebody, tell them we on. Yee! Shout out to my girl, Yee. Okay. Bart, what up? What the deal? What the deal, Papa? I don't know why I like saying that. 24. Can I add you? I can't. I'm about to do an interview with Jewellz Sims. Queenie, what up? I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. I know we like a little early, but anyway, check out that website, air.radio.net. We got Jewellz Sims coming up. We're going to get all up in her business, find out what's going on with her. You know, definitely stay tuned. She's super positive, which I love. And, you know, she's a radio host like myself. She does some acting, and she's actually done some modeling. And I've seen her on one of her video clips, and she was ripping the runway over there. I was very, very impressed. I was like, oh, who is that? She did her thing, you know. So I cannot wait to see what's going on with her. I've seen a couple of her clips. I'm very, very intrigued. She's a Leo too, by the way. If that matters. I can't add you because I'm about to do an interview. That's what I just said. I'm sorry. All right. When my guests come, I gotta make sure they come on. I'll just take them right away. Like, I don't want them to wait at all. I'm sorry. Yeah, what, is this something that you wanted to say, or you just wanted to come on? You can ask me here or DM me or whatever. Whatever you need to do, you know. Jewellz, are you ready for me, girl? Just request. Yeah, so I'm sorry. He said, "No, my bad. I just wanted to introduce myself." Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm about to do an interview, so I gotta make sure whenever she's ready, so I could just bring her on. I don't want her to wait. Okay. So yeah, you're so sweet. Oh, thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that. No, I'm not. I'm not sweet all the time. I like to be the bad guy. I do. I live for it. They be putting me in that good girl category. I'm like, no. All right, Air Radio is that chick fire. Make sure y'all check out that website. Net Jewellz Sims is in the building, aka Air Radio. What's going on, Miss Lady? Are you here?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good. She looking A1 out this bitch. I'm sorry, out this. She looking fab. Yes. Giving it all
Thank
to
you.
us. I love it. Damn, you look so
Thank you.
pretty. Like a model out
Thank
this joint.
you.
Well, you are a model.
Thank
Ain't no looking.
You're pretty. You're
I
very pretty.
appreciate it. All right, so finally,
Mhm.
this interview has been long overdue. We've been waiting so long for this interview, and I appreciate you coming through. For those that do not know, we got Jade. Can I just call you Jade, or no? You want to go to say the whole
It's
name?
Jade.
Okay, all right.
It's Jade.
Your name is so long, but it's dope though, because part of it is really your nickname, right?
I go by JJ with
Just
my nickname around family.
oh, okay.
But my when I'm hosting, I go by Jade Jewellz because my actual name is Jade Jewel Sims.
Okay.
So I decided to take, my middle name and be like, okay, let me give it a little, like a little style to it.
That'll
Okay.
do it.
Switch it up a bit.
Yeah, I like it.
So, yeah.
I like it. All right. For those that do not know, we got Jade Jewel Sims on the line. And also, she's a model, actress, radio host. We don't say radio host. We won't say host, right? Because you're not on the radio,
Yeah.
right? Okay. All right.
I used to do radio though.
Okay.
I used to do radio in college. That's where I got started. And that's when I converted to being like a TV host.
Mm-hmm.
I would say an online TV host is what I would say.
Yeah.
So,
What's
yeah.
your definition of, do you have a different persona of like internet radio versus, radio itself or podcast? Because people always be like, well, you got a podcast show or you got a radio, like, what's the difference in your opinion? Because I mean, everybody got their different opinions about it.
Well, online podcasting, I just feel like it's easier, you can log right in and then you're tuned in. Nobody is really listening to the radio anymore. I noticed that, the regular radio, because,
Yeah.
everything is being streamed online now. So, you will see people doing interviews like in the radio station, like the Breakfast Club, like they'll have everything on YouTube or on other streaming platforms and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, like the way that it changed, the way radio has changed so much. Like I remember just listening to the radio just on the stereo, you know?
Girl,
That's how old I
you
am.
don't look old at
Um,
all. you know,
yeah, I'm getting up there, which I can't even believe.
right.
But
Don't tell nobody though, like, because you look young.
oh,
I would have said
dang,
you
I know
probably look about 18.
a lot of people get that.
Yeah,
Some people
you
thought I
look
was
super
13.
young. Yes. I like how you can change your look though, because you look good with the straight hair and the curly hair. Or like everybody can't pull that off. Me, I can't. I don't look good with straight hair. The curly is me. I would have rocked that style you got there. That's cute. You know.
Definitely, it's crochet. So yeah,
Yes. Yes.
and I love the blonde. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
So
You look good in that. You look good. So
thank
let's
you.
break down each part. I know you are a model. I seen you do this clip on Instagram and I was like, oh, who is that? Like you came in and was fucking shit up. I was like, oh my gosh, she is dope.
Thank
I didn't
you.
never know all that was going on in there because you seem so like classy. And then you came in and it was like, oh, okay. It's like that now. It's like that. You was giving it all. I was like, wow. So is that what you
Oh
want to
man,
do? Do you want to, I know you want to do modeling, but I know you want to do more of the fashion part of it, right?
I've always wanted to be an actress.
Mm,
So I've always
okay.
wanted to be an actress. I started off in acting when I was 10 years old. And I didn't do any more acting after that until I got to high school because when I was in middle school, I was at a school where unfortunately we were limited to certain programs. We didn't have any acting programs. We didn't have any, we only had like a music program. That was it.
Mm,
But we didn't have any acting programs or any other type of programs. So I waited until I got to high school and I went to a high school where it was known for those type of programs, acting and choir and dancing and all those things. I took dance for 1 year, because I had to keep in shape because I used to run track at the time. And
wow. Now you did
yeah,
everything. Track, act, Jesus.
I gotta get
Lord.
back in shape though. I miss being back in shape. I miss being in shape, I want to get back in shape. But I definitely did some acting for sure, and I did choir. I sang a little bit. I just feel like I want to do acting more because I feel like everybody wants to be a singer,
Right, right.
and there's such competition in that right now. And I'm not trying to disrespect the generation or anything, but I just feel like everything just sounds the same. Like nobody has their own sound anymore.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just like everything just sounds so techno and just electronic now.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just like, man, like I grew up in a time where everybody had their different sounds and
Yeah.
everything.
And
Like,
back in
oh,
the day, if you did try to bite somebody's style, that was a fight, kind of. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they had to challenge you
Oh,
for that.
definitely.
Now it's like, yeah, you just bite
Definitely.
somebody's stuff and just keep it moving. You know, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Definitely.
Yeah. So you do that. You never thought about doing like designing of clothes or anything like that? You never wanted to get into that part?
I did at one point,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to I'm kind of like the in front of the camera type of person.
Right.
You know, I never really been the behind the scenes kind of person. I've done behind the scenes before, but I like being in front of the camera as long as I'm prepared and ready to deliver my performance. So, I don't like just being on there on cue like that. You know, I'm not really good with, improv. So I have to
Oh,
prepare myself.
it's hard.
Improv is very difficult,
It's
because
very
you have to think quickly on your feet. And I'm
rough.
just like, oh, what do I have to come up with next?
Yeah.
So,
And reading a prompt is hard because I did that. I was like, ooh, I don't know about this. I'm gonna skip that part. It's really difficult. I
right,
give everybody credit that can do that, because that ain't my style.
definitely.
But I appreciate all that. So you want to act. What's one of your favorite roles that you would want to do? Like if they said you can have this role and play it right now, even though it's old, which role would you choose?
Oh, I would love to play like something in Romeo Must Die, like Trisha.
Okay.
Yeah. Aaliyah. Aaliyah was somebody that I've always looked up to, when it came to acting,
Mm,
especially when she was like close to my age before she passed. It was something that I've always looked up to. I've always looked up to her work ethics and all those other things.
right.
And other person was Viola Davis. Always looked up to her.
Hmm.
Love Viola Davis, Angela Bassett, um,
Yeah,
all
I've
the
seen
other
that.
black actors I grew up on. So
Mhm.
yeah,
And one of your inspirations is Oprah, which is mine as well. I love me some Oprah. People be hating on Oprah, but let me tell you, that woman accomplished a lot. They just be hating her
oh
and Wendy
man.
Williams. They just be hating for no reason. It's
Yeah,
like
say
crazy.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Wendy Williams and Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey was the person that I looked up to first
Hmm.
because her work ethic was just amazing. Like she was acting and she was a TV host. She had her own show. She's producing. She has her own network now called
True.
OWN. I'm like, wow, this woman has came a long way.
True.
And um the way that she just, came up, from nothing. She came from nothing and she worked so hard. She went through um criticism with the color of her skin
Her
in the
weight,
industry.
everything.
Yeah, her weight.
Yeah.
She was fired from
Mhm.
multiple networks, and the way that she kept working hard and continued to be determined on what she did.
Right.
It was amazing, and to see her triumph, it's so amazing.
It is. It is. She's super dope. I actually like her as an actress too, because she really can act. It's just that
Definitely,
she just don't do it. I love seeing Oprah act. I really, really do. But
definitely.
she don't do it enough. I really wish she did. Okay.
Especially in,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, what was you gonna say?
I was gonna say, especially in like the color
Oh,
purple, and oh
for
my
real.
God, like her roles were just so believable.
Yes, she did.
So believable. Same with Viola Davis. Like it's so believable.
Yeah.
There's a lot of emotions that comes into play
Right.
when they're acting.
Right.
And I feel like it's important for young black actresses to understand their history and people and young black women that look like us that came before us. Dorothy Dandridge, Pearl Bailey, Ruby Dee. I looked up to those women as well because I'm like, those are the three main women that broke the color barrier, and they're the reasons why women that look like us are able to be on screen.
Right. I thought you would have said like Holly Berry, because everybody is so obsessed with Holly. You know.
Oh, I love Holly
But
Berry
they
too.
don't
Don't get me
consider her
wrong.
black sometimes, so you know how that is. Like,
She's still black.
I'm like, nah, she look black to me. But you know how they just
Hmm.
always gotta like try to
Yeah,
downplay a woman at some point in time. So,
just because they're mixed. So,
exactly. What's your three dream interviews as a radio host? Well, host.
Oh man, I've always wanted to interview, the game because I like some rappers too.
The game?
The game,
Okay.
the
This is
game,
interesting. I never heard nobody say the game. Who else?
the game. Definitely Oprah
Okay.
and man, Viola Davis.
Okay. All right. All right. That would be dope. That would be dope. Why the game though? Like out of all the rappers, why the game?
Well, I grew up listening to the game, and I've always thought his style was kind of different. When he first came out, I've always liked the way he rapped. I always liked his style in rapping. And then, the years went by and I just felt like, I'm not trying to diss anybody. I just feel like he started to follow what other people were doing,
Right.
over time. And I feel like he like eventually, his with his recent work, he came back to his sound.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he took the sound of the trending sound of music and his style in music and put it together, and I feel like it just came out dope. But I think at one point he was like kind of following the rest of the crew, like what other people were doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of these artists that's been around, been in the game for a very, very long time, I feel like they all started to do that.
True.
And I'm just like, stick with your sound. That's what made you very popular in the first place. That's what made you very unique in the first place. Like if you just stick with your own sound, there's nothing wrong with, picking some little specks of, you know, what's popular today and then but turn it into your own sound,
Hmm. Did you like him when
you
he did
know?
the whole reality show thing? Because some people don't like when they start seeing their real personality and it turns them off from like their actual music and stuff.
I just feel like, I just feel like it was really he just really didn't need that,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I think the music is best. I think the music is like it's best for him.
I
You
don't
stick
like
with
how he
music.
played his girl like his baby mom. I was like, oh man, she's a
Yeah.
good girl too, but he just couldn't get it together.
The thing is, the way that I look at it, I respect him as an artist.
Hmm.
You know, I respect him as an artist and for his craft and for the way that for his style in rapping. I've always liked his style in rapping.
Right.
It's pretty dope. I like it.
Yeah, and he ain't bad looking either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is he a type? Is he a type? No,
Nah,
no.
nah, nah. I just like him as an artist. That's all.
Who's your type
You know,
then?
I have weird taste in men.
You like
I
white
like really
boys?
tall men.
No.
I used to, but not
Okay.
anymore.
All right. What's your
Yeah.
type? Throw somebody out there like celebrity wise.
I would say tall, dark, and handsome. You
Okay.
know, I would say probably Kofi Siriboe, somebody like
Who
that.
the hell's that? Is he a? I
You
know.
don't know who that is? He's an actor. He was on Queen Sugar.
Okay, I didn't know his name. I don't know his like real name. You talking about the I know, right? I
You
know
did not know
exactly
who
who
he
you're talking
was?
about because he is fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, okay, all right, yeah, I like your tasting. All right.
Thank
She like
you.
that dark chocolate, that dark chocolate. Yeah.
Or brown.
Okay, brown. All right, that's a good one. All right. Yeah.
I would say light skin. I don't have nothing against light skin, but I just feel like everybody wants light skin.
Right.
You know, everybody. It's like so picked over now, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
somebody said chestnut.
Yeah, yeah. That's the average chestnut, but we passed him now. We on to the next hot chocolate.
Hmm.
Right? Okay. So
Right.
I know you're not really are you I've seen some videos where it said you wasn't dating or whatever, you kind of like chilling. Is that still are you still in chill mode or you got something?
I'm just really trying to. I'm really like I'm in chill mode and grind mode at the same time. So I'm really just trying to focus on me.
Mm,
I wanna just understand myself first before I'm ready to give myself to somebody else, because there were times in the past, because I was really young, like a teenager or whatever, I would fall for a person too fast.
mm,
And that would be the biggest mistake that I've ever made. One of the biggest mistakes I've ever made was when I did fall for somebody too fast and they ended up being a player. So I'm like, and I got my heart broken behind it, typical
right.
stuff. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna ever let anybody do that to me again. So I'm gonna learn to understand myself first before I'm ready to, pair up with somebody.
Right.
I just feel like, and I want to stay focused on me and my career first before I'm ready to share that with somebody. Because if I share it with the wrong person, I just feel like they get jealous of that, of what you're trying to do, and they'll try to demolish what you're trying to pursue, whatever you were trying to pursue in.
Right.
And, I've seen that happen to a lot of women. They trust the wrong guy and they end up
We
taking
all do.
advantage of them, and they leave them dry, and then go to the next person and do the same thing. And I'm just like, oh no, not with me.
I know it's always when like you're trying to better yourself, they think that you can't get nobody. It's just a matter of you, like you said, you working on yourself, and they take it like, oh, you can't get no man, or you got an attitude, or whatever the case is. Like, let's take Kevin Samuels for instance. You know what I mean? He thinks that women. She like, yeah. What do you
I know
think about
exactly who
his
that is.
his whole perception of women and men, and you too old, or you got too many kids, or do you think his theories are correct, or what?
To me, he seems like a narcissist.
Mm, yeah.
He seems like a narcissist to me, because I just feel like the way that he tries to come at women is in a very disrespectful way. And he has some skeletons in his closet himself.
Hmm.
I'm not going to put anything out there because I don't
Well,
want
it's
anybody
already
coming
out
after
there,
me.
you know.
Yeah. But he does have some skeletons in his closet himself. I feel like you need to check that before you try to check other people.
Hmm.
You know,
Right.
clear up your backyard before you try to clear up somebody else's backyard. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Um, I just feel like he's, oh man, he's pretty harsh.
Yes. Do you think that women have a fair chance to come on his show? Because I don't think they have a fair chance. I think automatically they're doomed from the beginning. I don't care who you are, he's gonna find something, and then he doesn't answer any questions when you ask him stuff. He's like, "Oh no, I'm asking you." Like he won't answer anything. You know what I mean? What do you think about? Do they have a fair chance to come on his show? Is it fair?
I just feel like if you're coming on a platform like that, I feel like you need to be prepared,
Mm,
you know,
thanks.
prepared, like as far as with like your opinions about what he's saying or anything. And he's just the type of person I just would not take advice from. I'm like,
Yeah,
who are you to tell me?
he's an image
You know?
consultant, not really a. That's all he really is looking at. He's looking at that part. He's not really. I don't know how he can do the whole therapist type of or relationship thing because he's just an image consultant, right? I mean, that's what I.
Definitely.
Yeah. she
I
like
just feel
she
like he's a
got all
narcissist.
disgusting with his. She like,
Ugh,
mm,
my God.
no, not at all. So you definitely would never date somebody like Kevin ever.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
No, even if they paid
Definitely
you,
not.
they went you into it,
The money is not worth it,
right?
because I would probably lose my cool, because I'm a very chill person,
Right.
and there are times in situations where I felt like I was attacked, verbally,
Hmm.
and I would cry. A lot of people like think crying is like a sign of weakness, but I would cry to try to restrain myself because I
Right.
know how dangerous my mouth can get,
Hmm.
you know,
She like,
and
not him.
I'm just like, no, I don't want to be in his circle. Uh-uh.
Right. You wouldn't do the interview with him? No. I know. I don't think I would either because I feel like I wouldn't
Because
give him a fair
he'll turn it into a therapy session.
Yeah. Yeah. At first I wanted to, but then I was like, no, because I wouldn't give him a fair opportunity, because it would be more of a like, why you say this? You know what I mean? It wouldn't be more
Right,
of a
right.
fair interview. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, what's the hardest thing that you've learned so far about this business? And all the businesses that you do, I know you do modeling, you do acting, you do the hosting, and you also are a YouTuber. Can we throw that one in there too? Because I know you do the YouTube.
Definitely,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely.
And we're gonna talk about that too. But what would you say is the hardest thing out of all of them put together? Like as a woman, as a business person, what's the hardest thing?
Definitely acting and TV hosting, because TV hosting, you got to be very prepared, and you have to make sure you have a team that's very committed to making your show happen,
Mm,
making your content happen, because I've worked with people in the past that say, "Oh, I'm going to help you with this and that and make things happen for you," and it doesn't happen. It doesn't come into existence.
right.
So, um you have to be mindful of who you choose to be on your who's going to be on your team,
I know.
and you want to make sure that that person is very passionate about what they do, and not only for you but for themselves as well. I want people to make sure that they get the experience that they need. I'm getting experience myself. I'm only in my 20s, so I still got a lot to learn as well. I'm
You
still
talking
young,
about when I was older, like you're not even
but still,
old. Like you don't cut it out. You're talking about when I was old.
but I would say I'm old and young at the same time. I'm a young person with an
No,
old soul, I would say.
yeah, you're
But
not old at all. If you're 20 something, you're definitely not old at all.
but yeah. But definitely you want to make sure you have a team that's committed to helping you, and you
Right.
also want to make sure you're committed to helping that team as well, making sure that they develop the skills that they need to develop. And as for acting, it's hard, especially as a Black woman.
Mm,
But you do have to keep going, and it's not about what you know, it's about who you know in the business.
okay.
And you want to make sure you know the right people and that you're networking with the right people. That way you're getting the right opportunities as far as with acting. And you also have to work on your craft, and you have to take classes if you need to, because a lot of people just jump into this thing and be like, oh, I want to do this and that. And then when it comes down to it, it's a whole lot to learn. You have to climb a whole ladder,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of steps that you need to take in order to become very successful in this business.
True.
And that's what I'm doing now. I'm taking the steps. I took classes already, so I'm definitely going to take some more little classes, like little sessions here and there. That way I can develop my acting skills.
Right.
And improv is really not for me. I was taught how to memorize from a script and make the character come to life.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that I do it, I would be given a character that I'm going to play, and I'm going to study that character. If it's a film based on the production I'm a part of, I'm going to study the film. I'm going to study that particular character that I'm playing. That way I can bring those traits to life, and also put my own personality into it
Mm-hmm.
and bring it to the table.
Right.
And that's how I would do it.
What
And
show
that's how
would
some
you want
other
to be
actors do
on?
it as well.
What kind of would you like um TV shows? Do you want to do a series? Do you want to do something like that too? Or what about
Series,
what do they call them? Soap operas? Are they yeah, they're still around. Would you want to do a soap opera?
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I'm open to anything. I want to do TV series, films, little shows that are like on OWN or something like that, BET, those kind of things.
Right.
And I've always wanted to play like a badass character, like
Yeah.
somebody that's in charge,
Yeah. I like playing a villain. I don't know why. I like being the because I always get this good girl. No, I'm
I was going to
bad
say
girl.
that I
I
like
want
the
to be
villain.
evil. Yes. Give me the bad girl role. They be trying to get me like, oh, she's so nice. No, what? No. What about like a crackhead or something? Like, is that on there? Like,
Oh, yeah.
yes, you got to be challenged, right? That's what you want to do. You want to
Right.
challenge yourself. You don't want to just do the same thing over and
Definitely.
over. Okay. So, for those that do not know, you are a YouTuber, and
Hmm.
YouTube is hard. You know what I mean?
It is.
It's not easy. You know,
You got to keep doing it.
it's hard. I got all these videos on there, and I'm like, whatever. Give us some advice for YouTubers or people that's trying to get into the YouTube world.
Well, due to this pandemic, it's been hard to try to create content and all that. And I plan to get back on it, by next year, because I'm planning to travel next year since things are getting better now out here. So I plan to travel next year. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna definitely do some little clips and edit everything, because I'm a video editor as well. So I'm gonna definitely do
Girl,
some clips when I travel and everything. I could, like, for example, I could travel to the South and travel to certain places, visit certain places out there, and that way, people can get to know a little more about what I like to do
Mhm.
and all those things. Like I like to hang with friends. I like to try different things and challenge myself in different things.
Mhm.
So yeah, depending on what it is. So yeah.
Yeah, because you cook too. I seen you cooking a little
Oh,
something, something.
I love to cook.
Right. You just like so talented. You do so many things. I know it's hard for you to figure out like which one you want to put more passion into. Because I know it's hard with all those talents you got. It's super hard. You know?
Definitely.
How do you narrow it down to which one you want to like? Do you give a certain amount of time for this and a certain amount of time a day for that? Like, how do you do it? I'm trying to figure it out. You do way more than me.
Oh man, it depends on how I feel. Like one day I may want to, do some interviews. The other day I may want to do some YouTube videos. The other day I want to do, cooking. It depends on how I feel. But I definitely am very focused on, just pursuing a career in this business, by acting and TV hosting as well. Definitely. And modeling. Hopefully some more model gigs come up. So it hasn't been any lately. So I do want to do like some little local fashion shows or something like that. But I do want to do some print modeling and be a part of some music videos or something like that. So yeah.
Yeah, you did a good job with the modeling thing. Do you feel some type of way?
Thank
Because
you.
you look super short. You like around my height. You like 5'3", something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is it hard to find jobs in that, since you're short like that?
Oh, definitely. I wish they had a petite modeling
They
agency,
do.
you know,
They do need that. They do. They really do. But
because there's some
nowadays
petite
it's a little
models out
open.
here.
It's a little bit more open now. Like they just want the face and
Yeah.
you got a good body, Yeah, you in there, And then you can work the runway, so you good with that. Do you have a designer or anybody that you would want to work for as far as modeling goes?
Oh man, so many designers. I do want to work with some black designers. I don't know too many.
Hmm.
Um, I do want to work with some black designers, the kind of designers that Beyonce had, in her Black is King video. Um, she had because all those costumes that she was wearing, they were all designed by African designers. So I've always wanted to work with some people like that. Um, I would say some other designers, but I've been hearing some stuff
Yeah, it's
like
always some.
racist,
Yeah.
yeah, racism. And I'm just like, I want to work with some black designers, definitely. I don't know too many, but I'm gonna definitely research some.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of them out there, but yeah, I can see that happening. Okay. Now let's talk about this skin line because you had something on there I gotta ask you about. You not the skin line, but you had a video on YouTube, and you was using the pure red the red what is it, the rose, the spray.
It was a rose.
Yeah. Now I tried the whites before, and that shit broke my whole face out. Like my whole side of the face was broke out. So I'm trying to figure out like why. I don't know. Like everybody's skin is differently, but you had the spray, I think, right? You had the spray.
Rose spray, rose water spray.
Yeah, that shit broke my face out. I was like, oh no. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe I was using too much of it. Maybe too much of it is overload. But yeah, like
It's 3 sprays.
3 sprays. No, the ones that I
Hmm.
had was like a cloth, and it's like you just clean your face off with it, whatever, whatever, and that was it. I don't know. I don't know.
What brand was it?
Was it Garnier? I think it was Garnier. I think they had.
Yeah, I use
Is he
Ancient
like, yeah?
Cosmetics.
You trying to use white people stuff? But yeah.
I use Cosmetics, definitely. Ancient Cosmetics, is very good for people who have very sensitive skin. I have eczema, so I broke out on the top of like on my forehead at one point, you know, during this pandemic last year because I was so stressed out from being in the house,
Right.
and for some reason I was getting these hives and
Oh.
I broke out from the top of my face and I used like some hydrocortisone on my face and my sister told me about Ancient Cosmetics and
Mm.
then she told me like she gave me the products for my birthday and everything and then when I used it my
Cleared up.
skin completely cleared up, and I've been using Ancient Cosmetics ever since.
Did they tell you one of the things to get rid of eczema? Because I know my best friend, she had it, and then I think she got her gallbladder removed because she had it really bad, and I was like, ooh, her mom and like her sisters had it, and her mom got her gallbladder removed, and that's when it just totally went away. Did you hear
Oh
about
wow.
that? Getting your gallbladder?
No, I didn't hear about
Yeah. Once they got the gallbladder removed, it was cool. But it was like all it would be like all in the cracks. And I'd be like, ooh, girl. But yeah, the
that.
gallbladder, once they did I didn't know if you knew that or not, but look into that. I don't know if you want to get your gallbladder removed and how bad yours is. But she like, no, I need my gallbladder.
I knew somebody that had hers removed. I think it was like it was something wrong with it or something.
Yeah.
And she got removed when she was younger. I think she had to go to the hospital and get it removed.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah. I
something
mean,
like that.
that's for people that like
A couple people.
really they got it bad and it's just like they want to just knock it out. But yeah, you know. So you're not in a relationship and she's like, all right. So do you want to get married? Is that in the future, like later on down the road?
If I find the right guy, then yes.
All right. You ever did speed dating before? Are you open?
Um, I did once.
Hmm. Was it fun?
Um, it was okay. It was fun. It wasn't really my style,
No.
but I'm just, I know I sound lame, but
No, no.
but
Some people are old fashioned. They just like the old fashioned way. But I
definitely,
wanted to know because I
I just
never, did one. So I just wanted to see how you did it. But that's another way. What about online dating? You know, with the web? No,
I don't trust that.
they said that's like
Uh-uh.
a good, like it's 90% effective if you find the right match. Yeah,
That guy, that match can end up being a serial killer.
yeah, that's
So
true.
I'll
That
end up
mess
on
with
Fatal
you.
Attraction. I'm not trying to do that.
Right. Do you have
I heard so
anyone?
many stories like that.
Right. I know. Well, that's one of the downfalls.
Right, right.
End up somewhere in somebody's basement somewhere. Um, what's one of the things, the advice that you would give, like, because they always say, the old school radio hosts have advice for y'all, like for the newer generations of podcasts. What advice would you give, like somebody that's a vet in the business or FM radio or other podcasts that's been around for a long time? Because, y'all new and fresh on the scene. What advice would y'all give the older generations of radio?
You know, we're like just keep going
Mm-hmm.
and just continue to do what you love. And we're always hungry for more. If you want to give us advice, the older generation. And that's pretty much it. I mean,
Do the younger generation of podcasts and hosts, do they take the advice though? A lot of them.
it depends on, what kind of advice you're giving to them because a lot of things are very up to date now compared to the old generation.
True.
And yeah, I mean, the thing is you do have to respect because there's a lot of people from the older generation that don't respect the new generation
True.
that's trying to learn from the old generation.
True.
So, um, the best thing for you to do is just to listen, you know, and then give your input on it later. That's pretty much it.
Good advice. Good advice. I like that. Okay. What's your top three movies?
Oh,
That's what
that
I
are
know.
my favorite
I'm a
right.
movie fanatic, so I'm interested to see what you like.
It was this movie that I was looking at, A Fall from Grace.
Oh, that's
That was Tyler Perry's movie. I
okay.
love Tyler Perry movies. I'm a fan of Tyler Perry
Okay.
movies. Um, what else? It was another movie that I was just watching the other day. It was a scary movie.
Ooh,
The Conjuring,
which one?
the new Conjuring,
The one that just
the
came
new Conjuring.
out? Oh, that was
Yes.
good, wasn't it? Oh.
And it was that other one with Amari Hardwick where he was trapped.
Mm-hmm.
It was with Loretta Devine.
I didn't see that one. I don't think I seen that one.
And she was like into the voodoo or something like that. I forgot the name of it.
I probably gotta know the name. Then I could probably that was your top three, or you had another one?
Yeah.
Okay. The
It
Conjuring
was
was
another
really good.
one with yeah, it was another one with Janelle Monáe
Oh wait a minute.
where she was kidnapped.
I know what you're talking. I can't think of the title off my head. She's been in a lot of good movies lately. She's doing good.
Definitely. And Harriet is what I like. I
Oh,
like
Harriet
Harriet.
was good too. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
You
when
like
I looked
scary
at
movies?
Harriet, I like some scary movies, yeah.
Okay.
I I'm kind of writing some of my own, so yeah.
Really? Okay. Is it gonna be based
Mhm.
off of your life or just no?
It's fictional, and it's also a message that I'm trying to send through this scary movie. So, um, I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want nobody stealing nothing.
Right, because they
So,
will. They will
oh
too.
man, you
Yeah.
have no idea, man.
I know. I noticed you had said on one of your video clips that you got some haters. Like, what do they be hating on? What's the whole thing they be hating on?
Just the way I get along with people, depending on the crowds and just, the way that I'm a very genuine person.
Hmm.
And I sometimes, there are times when I went out my way for people who I thought were my friends and they turned out to be very, very envious of me of other reasons. I'm just like, I don't try to think I'm anything. Like, to be honest, like, without all of this, I'm kind of like a tomboy in a way. I'm kind of into kind of
Really?
the rough
You
stuff,
a tomboy?
in a way,
And
you know.
now with them nails though, I don't know. I gotta see.
Now, there are times when I love to do fun stuff. I like doing fun stuff. I like going out. I like, you know, if I'm around that stuff, I like to do like I like nature. I like to climb on stuff, those
Right.
kind of things. So
Climbing
yeah.
and all kind of stuff like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's what's up. All right. So I seen something where I don't know if you're a fan of Donna Summers or not. I seen a clip with Donna Summers in here. Um I think it was the clip. Yeah, it was Donna Summers. It was like some kind of you was like imitating her, whatever the case is. Um
Really?
yeah, I gotta find it. It was Donna Summers in there. I think he was just doing like a video. That was really it. It wasn't. It was a song with I thought maybe that was one of your favorite singers or whatever. I gotta find it. When I find it, I'm gonna snap it to you and send it. She probably like really, because you do so many videos, you
Okay.
probably don't remember. You do a lot of
I was like,
videos.
I didn't do anything with Donna Summers. I probably must have shared a clip of Donna
Maybe
Summers,
that's what it was.
but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I probably must have shared a clip with her.
yeah.
But yeah, I never imitated
No, I
her.
gotta, I gotta see which one that is because I was like, oh, she like Donna Summers. I like Donna Summers. Did you know that Donna Summers' daughter is the one that plays on My Wife and Kids, the light skinned girl?
Yeah.
Ain't that
Uh-huh.
crazy? I just found
That
that
is
out like
crazy.
a couple months ago. I was like, wow, it's crazy. I didn't even know that. So let's talk about the radio show. The show. I don't know why I want to say radio. Let's talk about the show. Because you know what? Usually people that have the show, they have a show is radio. You know what I mean? And some people don't have radio, like yourself, which is still good. You know what I mean? Let's talk about what is it? It's Be Believe, right?
BBE Live.
BB Live. Okay. Oh, I had it all
BBE
wrong
Live.
then. I had it all wrong.
It's okay. It's
Why is it
BBE
BB?
Live. It was called when I first got it started, I started off in radio. It was called Black Bay Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And I would play like all the black genres, hip hop, like West Coast and East Coast, R&B,
Mm-hmm.
um, reggae, because some people are into reggae.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know that, reggaeton and all that is like also a part of us as well, you
Absolutely.
know.
Who doesn't know that?
And some people you'd be surprised by
Really?
some of our people don't know that.
Mm.
Um, and I'll also play gospel at the end. And there are times when I would have some guests in between. And when I first started off, I was rusty when I first started off because it was my first time. I'm like, okay.
That's okay.
Ugh. But I was still learning and I was still, building up my brand and everything. and I converted it into an online platform where I can interview people on camera. So I wanted to kind of be a game changer for that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I before I got into radio, I was looking at people like, of course, Oprah and Wendy Williams, and the person that I looked at that really inspired me to kind of like convert it into something like that where I can interview people locally as well was Dee Barnes, definitely.
Okay.
Um, Dee Barnes, because I watched her, back in the Pump It Up days. I watched her.
Right.
Um, yeah, I watched her, like do all these cool interviews with all these rappers, these major rappers in the industry and people that were a part of the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
And to see, like, despite what happened and everything, I've always looked at her stuff and I'm just like, oh wow, like I want to do something like that. Interview some of these people locally as well and start off locally.
Girl.
So yeah,
Do you remember downtown Julie Brown? Do you remember her?
I've
You
heard
might
about
be
that
before your
show.
time. But yeah, she used to be dope. I liked it Lala too, from
Oh, Lala.
yeah, because I know she's an actress now and everything, but look how she converted into, acting and stuff. But yeah, she used to be, a host, or they used to call it jockey back in the day. The names always just keep
Hmm.
converting and everything. Okay.
I remember when she hosted Flavor of Love reunions and I Love New York. That's what I remember.
Lala was on there?
Lala, yes.
Really? I don't remember Lala being on there.
Yeah, shit, that the girl with the brown hair, that was her.
I don't remember Lala being on as a contestant.
No, she wasn't a contestant. She was the host
I was gonna
for
say,
the
I'm like,
reunion.
what's she doing on there?
No,
Oh,
she was
okay.
a host for that
Okay.
show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, I don't remember her being like, okay, I got you. Yeah, I was like, oh, what was wrong with Lala back then? Like, you know,
Nah, nah.
yeah. Would you do the reality show?
No.
No? Why?
No, the reason is because I just feel like, you know, with reality shows nowadays, with people that look like us, I just feel like it's making us look bad.
Mm,
It's making us look like we act like that 24/7.
right.
And the truth is, not all of us act like that.
That's true.
Don't get me wrong, I like watching Love and Hip Hop. I like it's entertaining, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I wouldn't be on anything like that because I've known people who've worked behind the scenes of shows like that or interned behind the scenes for shows like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of haters on that platform behind closed doors or any platform.
Right.
And um you got other women that are jealous of you. I've seen some of those women in person when I went to LA. Oh my God. It was just like I just like
Crazy.
some of them looked at me crazy for no reason.
Wow.
Like because they were envious. I didn't do anything. I just came there to have fun. Like I'm a young 20-year-old. It's like,
Well,
it's
you
my first time.
pretty, and so young. That yeah. I thought
Yeah.
when we was talking about haters, I thought one of the things that you was gonna say was because you nice looking, when you say everything else. But I'm sure that was probably one of the reasons because that's what girls, they tend to hate each other because of somebody's looks or their body and stuff like that. And I know you have more of a slender figure. You ever thought about getting any work done? Did you get any pressure from that? No, from people saying you gotta
Mm-mm.
go get your boobs done or butt.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm not getting my boobs done when I can wear a push-up bra. Are you kidding me?
right,
I'm not putting that poison in my body.
right.
No way.
I wish more girls would have that attitude. You know what I mean? Like just keep it natural, you know. But
I mean, look what happened with, what's her name? K Michelle. Like
right.
she even said like on I think it was Dr. Phil or something. She even said that she regretted getting that done, because it messed up her health.
Yeah.
It was messing up her body. And a lot of women are not going to come forward. A lot of women in that industry, like they would get all these things done and everything. And imagine how they're going to look when they get 40 or 50 years old.
True.
that's not going to last very long.
True.
And some people died on the operating table getting these things done.
Hmm.
And you know, some of their implants burst, and you know, inside those implants is poison.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, you know. And like I remember, you know, we didn't have there was a time where we didn't even have to get anything done.
I know. I know.
You know, just come as your natural self.
Yeah. They used to
And
do that, but you know, they say that butt surgery where you take the fat from your stomach or something or wherever they take it, they say that's like the worst surgery and most threatening surgery to do. Like,
really,
yeah, they said it's like the most dangerous surgery to do. But people, I guess they don't tell you that much. They don't talk about it too much. Yeah, they had it on the doctors one day. You know that little show. They said it's the most dangerous thing to do. I was like, wow, like, you know, it's crazy how we risk our lives to impress men
right.
or, you know,
And a lot of
or
men don't want that. Like they just look at you like a hit it and quit it type.
yeah,
That's how they look
yeah.
at you.
Do you think it'll
And I'm
ever
just
go
like,
back to like when men would just want a woman with just a regular plain body without all that extra stuff?
I think it's slowly going back to that.
Hmm.
You know, it's gonna take some time because a whole lot of people want to get their boobs and get injections done and all that.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I'm not going under the knife for anybody, period.
yeah. I think that's
And
I ain't mad at
definitely. And then
nobody that does it though. It's like that's
right,
what you
I'm
want
not.
to do, but you know.
It's just for me, I would be terrified of something like that.
Hmm.
You know, I'm like, I am not doing that. I'm not getting my nose done for anybody. I don't need my nose done. I love my black nose.
Hmm.
Um, I don't need
It's just
anything done. I
black.
don't need, definitely. Because a lot of our people are getting like European inspired noses. And I'm just like, why do you want to look like that?
Right.
Be proud of who you are. You know, you guys talking about black power and all those things, but it's like you're not showing that to me by, you know, you like you're just going backwards by doing all this European type stuff. Like you're getting European traits and all that stuff. I'm like, I don't want that. And don't get me wrong, I like wearing my straight wigs.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. But as far as like look like molding my face to look like a white person,
Hmm. Yeah, and it's
you
funny
know, I'm
because
not a
they trying to
racist
steal
person,
our
but
stuff, and we stealing their stuff.
they're trying to steal ours.
Yeah.
They're getting their lips done, and I'm just like,
Hmm.
do you not know that they are jealous of our traits that we were born with, of our features that we were born with?
Exactly.
I'm just like, why pay this much money just to look like the opposite?
Hmm.
No.
Right. So let's talk about some music real quick. Your favorite, your top. Let's do the top three R&B singers that you like.
I like Vito. He's a new singer.
Okay.
I like Glenn Travis, and I also like, what's that girl's name? It started with an A. She's black.
Anne Marie? No.
No, not Anne Marie. She's a new singer.
Oh, I definitely don't know who that is.
Her name is Ari Lennox or something.
Irene Lennox. Mhm.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, you throwing some newbies at me I ain't never heard before, so I'm gonna have to check them out.
Yeah.
Okay. What about rappers?
So oh,
I know you say you like the game. Are you throwing the game in your top three?
no, no. For this one,
No.
for some newer rappers, I like man. I'm gonna put in some Maybach music rappers that I used to listen to. Meek Mill.
Okay.
I like Meek Mill. Um, who else?
Who would have
Big Sean is
known? Big Sean?
yeah, Big Sean is pretty cool.
Okay.
Uh, what else? Somebody said LMA and she's not a rapper.
Yeah, she's a singer.
Oh. Um, who else?
I can see you
Yeah, I like
rocking
Meek
around
Mill.
at Meek Mill too. You be like, yeah. I would love to be a fly on the wall.
He
Be
goes hard
like,
on the
look
track, man.
at that.
Oh yeah, and definitely Rick Ross. Rick Ross.
Okay. All right. That's a nice combo.
Oh, Smoke. D Smoke. D
Smoke.
Smoke.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. That's a nice combination. That who do you listen to the most
Hmm.
to get you hyped? Like, be like, yeah. Mm. Get you ready. You know?
I would say Meek Mill and D Smoke.
Okay.
Definitely.
Right. Yeah, me
Yeah.
will get you amped up. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
He get you amped up.
I saw him in concert. Oh, and Nipsey Hussle. I saw him in concert at the BET Experience in 2018. I saw both of them in concert, Meek Mill and Nipsey Hussle.
Dope. And if you seen Nipsey
Hmm.
Hussle, that's like legend right there. You know what I'm
Oh man. Nipsey Hussle, man, he really just impacted that entire room,
saying?
you know. I've heard of him and everything, but this was my first time seeing him in person. I'm like, I've heard of Nipsey Hussle and all that. I knew he was like a businessman and I knew he was a rapper as well. But then when I got to see him, I'm like, oh, this is him. This is Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah. It's crazy how people don't
So,
respect you until you die. Like they really appreciate you
right,
more. Like it's crazy. So crazy.
like, give me my flowers while I'm here.
Yeah, like
You know,
it's crazy how they don't respect that. Um, what show would you want to be on, like host wise, TV wise? Where would you want to be if they said it's yours? Where would you want to go? That's
man, so
hard,
many
right? I was
shows.
thinking the same thing. I was like, I don't know.
I would say love and hip hop, but it's just too much chaos.
Host, you're
Going
hosting,
well, you're in between the middle of the arguments and all that, and all the fights and all of
but
that.
there's no host on
So
Love
you're
and
like,
Hip Hop except for like the award, like the reunions. I mean, like
yeah, that's what I mean.
hosting. Oh, you want to do
That's what
that?
I mean.
Oh, you want to be in that
Yeah.
kind of drama? Oh no. Okay.
I'm just like, it's too much. Okay.
Right.
But
Okay.
they got security. But I kind of just want to see what it's like,
Right.
you know?
Right.
I want to be
You
curious.
gotta be able to
I'm a
control
curious
them
person.
people. Be like, sit down, sit down. All right. What else would you want to do? It could be a game
Oh,
show.
man.
It could be anything from reality, the game show to whatever.
I've
Like,
always wanted to host at an award show, on the red carpet.
dope. All right.
Hmm.
Okay. And one more. One more.
And
Ain't that
I
crazy?
would
I be
like
thinking too. I be like, I don't know. I don't know.
probably on the show like not ridiculousness. Um, like an MTV type of show, like, Spring Bling or something like that.
Okay. Or like fun
Yeah.
stuff. I would have took you more of a like a serious, those are all fun stuff. I didn't think you would want to do that. I thought you
Hmm.
would be like, yes, and reporting live at no, she's like, oh,
Hmm.
that's too boring. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be super formal and just uptight, and I'm just like,
Too much.
okay,
I love
that's way too
it.
much.
I would have never gave you those jobs if I had anything. I would have been like, no, she probably don't want to do that. Okay, ridiculousness. That's a funny show too. You know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah, he's been
yeah.
around for a long time. Like even with him and Big.
Oh man, since
Oh man,
2010.
yeah. I love that show with him and Big. That was funny. He passed away,
Hmm.
so I'm like, dang.
Oh, that's so. I know.
Yeah,
That was so sad.
yeah. So tell them how they can get on your show. Like, can artists get on? Like, do they have to pay? What do they have to do? Like to set up a interview with you?
You can definitely just go on the website. The link is in the bio at BBE Live _0317.
Mhm.
You can definitely just look on the website and then you can click on the menu where it says book IG Live and you can just schedule your interview from there.
Okay.
And you can also send me an email at bbe89.9fm@gmail.com or you can DM me if you have any questions. So yeah.
Okay. And do you have a
Mhm.
specific type of artist or people that you want to interview? Is there anybody that you're not trying to interview? Like, what's your criteria? Yeah, to come on to.
Well, I'm pretty open to anybody. I'm open to entrepreneurs, people that are producers for films, people that work behind the scenes. It doesn't have to necessarily be just rap artists or just music artists, period. I'm open to those too, but I can interview some actors and actresses,
Right.
people like yourself. And I interview pretty much anybody that is talented in other things besides, just music. That was the purpose of me starting this show to begin with. I've always wanted to interview, Black business people and people that are starting their own, people that have their own brands, and people that are dancers, people that are teachers, or people that are in the tech industry, young Black people, and those kind of people. It's important to get those kind of talents out there. That way, people can be like, "Oh, okay, so she has different types of people on here."
Right. Yeah, be universal. Because I get bored sometimes just doing one specific thing. You know what I mean? I'm like, because I gotta challenge myself. I want to do cooking. I want to do this movie. Whatever. Like I gotta expand. Or my brain is like,
Mhm.
I'm bored. You know what I mean?
Yep. Somebody wants somebody. Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off,
Hmm.
but somebody once said, be diverse. Always be diverse when it comes to your audience.
Hmm.
And because that's what's gonna get you, that's what's gonna not only get you noticed, but that's what's going to um, build up your numbers
Right.
when you are diverse with anybody.
Right. Yeah. True. Facts. Okay. Well, I definitely. Oh, by the way, I didn't know you was Leo, even though it doesn't matter. I'm like, these Leos be all around me. But I'm so
What are
proud of
you?
you. I'm a Libra.
Oh, you're a Libra. My sister's a Libra.
Yeah, I'm a Libra.
Yeah, and my other sister's a Sagittarius. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
I love
I was like,
Sagittarius.
she too sweet to be a Leo. I was like, no, she can't be a Leo. Them Leos be dangerous. They be vicious. She like, yeah,
It,
yeah.
it depends on the situation,
Right.
but yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, I definitely enjoyed you. I'm super proud of you. Like, you know,
Thank you.
and I appreciate you wanting me to interview you because you could have went anywhere. And usually females don't come to other females to get interviewed. I don't know why. I think they think we don't want to interview each other when, I don't mind. I love interviewing a female, especially a positive Black female that's doing the same thing or
Definitely.
more than me. Everybody can learn from each other. So definitely appreciate that. And make sure you guys follow her, show her some love. Yes. And one day I gotta come on your show. Maybe you can interview
Oh,
me.
definitely.
You know.
Definitely. Just send your short bio. That's another thing. Send your short bio to the email that I just provided. I'm gonna type it in now.
Yeah, type that in. I'll pin that up really quick. And
Okay.
I noticed you had said one day you was like, you want to be a co-host. I'm like, why you want to be just a co-host? You running everything. What co-host? What show would you want to co-host on?
I used to want to co-host on 106 in Park before it just went off the
Oh
air.
yeah. No, it's
Uh,
coming back. It's coming back.
that's that's what I heard.
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Watching 106 in Park, man.
Yeah,
I grew up.
yeah.
Man,
I wish they
those
would
are the
have
good
put.
days.
I wish they would have did. It wasn't so youngish. Even though I love it to like, I wish they would have made it open. You know what I mean? To where other
Definitely.
people can. It wasn't so like 20 to like or 18 to like 25 or something like that. You know.
I was watching that when I was 5 or 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Bow Wow's supposed to be the host, I guess. He's supposed to be taking.
Again.
Yeah. And Bow Wow doesn't
Okay.
fucking age. He's like crazy. So he can
He
still.
put on some weight though, I will say. He
Yeah,
did put on some weight.
he did.
He looked kind of bulky now.
But I think he was working out, so I think he might be all right. But he still got that young face, so he can still do it. You know what I mean?
Somebody, no, when he was really young, somebody in an interview, this is when he first came out when he was like a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody thought he was a girl because he had like really long hair. Somebody thought he was a girl. He
Oh,
was
in
like,
the
look at her,
braids.
she's so cute. Huh?
When he had the long hair with the braids, and he would do the braids.
Yeah. No, he had like the long, like straight hair.
Oh,
And somebody thought he was a girl.
yeah.
And he was like, look at her, she's so cute. He was like, hey, that's a boy, man.
Right.
Somebody said that's a nigga.
Oh, somebody said that's a
They said
nigga.
that about a little boy at the time. I was like,
Oh Lord. Well, Jade, I really appreciate you coming through. Make sure y'all check her out. Follow her. That's the Gmail right there. Hit her up if you're trying to get interviews. Do you do promotion too on your page or anything like that?
yes, but I charge for those.
Right? Tell them
Yeah.
you gotta get that coin, of course.
Uh-huh.
You're like, yeah, but I charge. Okay. Don't be playing with
Yeah.
me.
And I would charge for media coverage too when this is over with. But like due to this pandemic, that was the plan last year. But due to the pandemic that just came out of nowhere, I ended up, just doing interviews from home.
Right.
And I only charge for promotions. But since things are getting kicked back up again,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna definitely be charging for media coverage for when I cover events. So I want people to pay ahead of time. That way they don't have to worry about it when it's getting close to the event. That way, I'm like, okay, I already got it. All I gotta do is come out there and cover it.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
And you right there on the West Coast, so I'm sure you got a lot of stuff that's going around, like the BET Awards. That's super dope to cover that and be around that atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. But it might be virtual this year again.
Really, I
So
thought they would have it together by now, because
I think some people are coming, but a lot of people are gonna be from their houses because they still want to like make sure everything is clear.
right,
And I think next year we're most likely gonna come back to normal, like, with events and everything like that. Because I'm already in contact with a few events coordinators
mm-hmm.
that are out in LA. So, yeah, I am definitely excited for that. I'm getting my team together. I got a female videographer that just joined my team. And I also got another videographer who's also a male, but he is, I think he's like out on the East Coast somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but he's supposed to be coming back to the West Coast pretty soon. But I'm excited to um, bring together my team, and we can get to know each other's vibes and everything.
Yeah,
And I'm really really looking forward to that. And I want the best for my team, and I want to make sure all of us are getting fed.
exactly. Team is so super important. I'll tell you that. Somebody
Hmm.
said, "How much is it for your story promo?" DM her that. I don't know if she want to tell her prices online, but it's totally up to
I'm
you.
not gonna do
Yeah,
that.
so hit her
Mm-mm.
up in the DM. If
Hit
y'all,
me up in the DM.
yeah, or email her for the prices and find out that you know um he tried though. He tried it though. All right. Well, it was
Right.
definitely a pleasure. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Hopefully, if you come to Philly, you gotta come check me out. You know,
Oh, definitely,
yeah,
definitely.
go get something to eat.
I'm looking forward to come to the East Coast. I've always wanted to go to New York and Philly. So
Yeah, definitely
yeah,
slide through. We go get something to eat or something to drink or whatever. And you drink?
probably.
Do you drink? A social.
I drink wine.
Oh, okay. I love wine too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like Fruscato. Have you tried Fruscato?
It's in my fridge right now.
I love
I got a
Fruscato.
bottle right now.
I got I have the apple, peach, and blueberry.
Word. Okay.
Yeah, they got strawberry and watermelon too. But
Yeah.
my favorite is the apple because it's so crisp and so fresh, and it's just so relaxing. And the peach one is my favorite
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
love all of them. God, was super dope. And like I'm into wine. I like Asti too. And I don't know if you ever tried Asti before. It's super sweet and just you gotta try it. When you come, if you never tried it, I'm gonna put you on to it, and I'll have a bottle here for you.
Definitely. My sister had a drink for her birthday. It was a couple years back, It was like this big, huge, like margarita bowl,
Really?
and we were all drinking out of it. It was like the sweetest drink that I've ever had. It was like a red, like margarita.
Mm-hmm.
It was the sweetest drink that I've ever had. And I was like, oh my God, this is so addicting. I kept drinking it.
But did it get you drunk though?
I didn't get me too drunk because, I had to work the next day. So I
Right.
was like, I'm about to be going in there with a hangover. So I'm like, I gotta watch it. But I
Yes.
definitely enjoyed that drink. I'm like, whenever my birthday comes around, I want to get a blue one.
A blue one. I don't know about
Yeah,
the
they
blue
have
one.
different
Y'all
colors.
know each other, but like drinking after somebody else, I don't know. I'm a
Well,
germaphobe.
it's my sister,
Yeah,
so it's my
yeah,
family.
yeah. But if it was like random
But I
people,
understand
like
what you're saying. But if it's like other friends, like,
yeah, yeah, like yeah, ain't gonna happen. Like y'all want some of this? No, thank you. But
yeah. But if it's my family, I don't mind.
right. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the invitation is open, so whenever you want to slide through, for sure, come through. We get drunk, throw something back, some wine coolers or something, or whatever you want to drink.
So,
And so for
mhm.
those that's tuning in for the first time, make sure you guys check out Jade, Jewel Sims, and show her some love. Get on her show and follow her YouTube page. You know what I'm saying? What's the YouTube page again?
It's just Jade.
Okay.
I go by Jade Rules Sims. So yeah,
Boom. That's it.
and my link is in the bio too. So if you want to
Yes.
check that out, you can go right
Check
ahead.
the links out and all her videos, and give them the Instagram for the show page.
It it is at BBE live underscore 0317.
There it is. All right, thank you so
Mm-hmm.
much, Jade. I really appreciate you. I'm glad we got it in finally.
Oh man, because
Yes,
I was on different time zones. I'm like, oh
got it. We got
man,
it together now. We here.
yeah, we did.
We here. All right, pleasure. When I
Yep.
come out there, maybe I might want to check you out too, because you're
Oh,
right in the Bay
definitely,
Area, right?
definitely. Yeah, I'm in the Bay Area.
Okay. Yeah. See, boom. All right. So either or, if I come out there, I'm gonna hit you up and see where you at, and we connect out there too.
Definitely, and I'm mobile, so
Okay.
I don't have I don't have like a building or nothing like that, but it's like I do everything. I'm an independent platform, so
Right.
that's pretty much what I do. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. We'll connect. We following each other now, so
yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Air It Out
Thank you.
Radio. Make sure you guys follow her, show her some love, all that good stuff. Oh my gosh, she's super dope. Positive Black queen. I really appreciate that. Oh, I think I went like a whole hour, but I still enjoyed the interview with her. Thank you, Rank. Chef D, what up? D Nice. What up? What up? Make sure you guys email her right there. bb89.9fm at gmail. If I said that too fast or she said it too fast, make sure you guys hit her up in her DM and get the info from there. All right. So thank you. I appreciate that, Rick. And how that's what I do. I can see him now, like, fire. Yeah, so make sure you guys follow her, show her some love. I'm not sure fire. Make sure you follow me at FIYA chick with a K at the end underscore. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'll see y'all once again. Maybe Monday. I'm thinking about it. Monday I'm gonna be back on. I'm really was trying to take off this whole rest of the month so I can enjoy my time off, but we'll see. Thank you, Yasmin. I really appreciate that. Okay. Air It Out Radio. Smack.